Okay, now we've taken the drawing of the hydraulic cylinder, and you can see that the hydraulic cylinder is open on both ends. Beside it, we've drawn a different structure, which is the piston that goes, this piston fits inside of that cylinder. So in a hydraulic cylinder that was fully functional, this piston structure would be going back and forth. The piston structure would be going back and forth inside of this hydraulic cylinder. And what we have drawn on this piston structure is that the piston structure also has in it, as was shown with the hydraulic cylinder, we've hollowed out some of the piston structure and we've created those rectangular channels, and we've laid in the ceramic inserts so that this piston head, or this piston that goes inside of this cylinder, this piston has a smooth, round surface of ceramic insert in the wall of the piston. And we have also drawn again a set of these transceivers, and these transceivers are located inside of this opening that we've cut in this piston. And at this point, this is sort of a macro point of view. We're going to go way down in size to a much smaller point of view and look at individual transceivers. And what we have created in order to allow us to do this is I've just simply put in layers so that I can demonstrate. You can see that this is named lower transceiver. So if we go over to the lower transceiver, we can see that a beam of radio frequency energy came out of the lower transceiver and beamed itself up beyond the upper transceiver. This transceiver is radiating radio frequency energy. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Upper transceiver, we go to upper transceiver. It's radiating radio frequency transmission, radio frequency energy. So this lower transceiver could turn on and say, hey, is there anybody there? And the upper transceiver could turn on and say, I'm here. And the upper transceiver could turn off, and the lower transceiver could say, well, hello, I am the lower transceiver. How are you? And the upper transceiver could reply, nice to meet you, lower transceiver. I am the upper transceiver. And the critical point to discuss when we're talking about this is that these transceivers are not only are they designed or capable to transmit and receive radio frequency energy, but they transmit and receive data. They can talk about themselves. And we've gone over and changed our structures a little bit. So now we have a transceiver 1 by itself. And again, if we go over to our layers, transceiver 1 by itself, transceiver 1 by itself, it's got a little 1 right here. Transceiver 1 by itself turned itself on and sent a beam of energy up to the transceivers named SQRP by themselves. And I am using a convention here so that you don't get mixed up, that the transceivers down here go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and transceivers up here go A, B, C, D, E. But you can see that transceiver 1 is beaming energy. Transceiver 1 by itself is beaming energy into transceiver S. And here are transceivers S, Q, R, and P by themselves. So, the interesting thing that we can see about this is that transceiver 1 by itself can send a signal out saying, I am transceiver 1. I'm just wondering, is there anybody up there anywhere? And what could happen would be, since this is encoded information, these transceivers up here would say, transceiver P, I didn't receive anything. Transceiver Q, I didn't receive anything. R, I didn't receive anything. But transceiver S could say back to transceiver 1, hello, transceiver 1, this is transceiver S. I received a radio transmission from you.